I find this really fun. This is one called Grab a Board that causes all of your icons to kind of jingle around. You can toss them around, and so it's something where I always get a kick out.
Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating history of jailbreak on iOS. Let's find out what happened to its creator, the so-called Saurik. Why in 2016 the FBI tried to use his knowledge to hack an iPhone. Finally, we'll discuss what happened to Cydia's store and how Apple was able to kill the jailbreak. The story of jailbreaking is more than just a history of hacks and exploits. It's a story of creativity, innovation, and the unstoppable battle for freedom. The battle we lost. Sit back, relax, click the subscribe button, and let's get started.
Hello, I am Jay Freeman, but everyone online knows me as Saurik. A lot of people at 360 iDev tend to know me as that crazy jailbreak guy.
It all started back in 2007, when Apple launched the first iPhone. While it was revolutionary, the iPhone was heavily restricted in terms of software. In the early age of iOS, or as it was called back in the day, the iPhone OS, users could only install apps approved by Apple, leading to a desire for more control and customization. Curiosity and desire for more freedom led to the first jailbreaking efforts. In July 2007, just a month after the iPhone's release, a hacker named DVD John, famous for his work on DVD decryption, managed to unlock the iPhone, allowing it to be used with any carrier. This was a significant breakthrough, but didn't yet allow for additional apps or modifications. It wasn't until October 2007 that the first true jailbreak was released by a hacker group called the iPhone Dev Team. Hackers use an exploit in the iPhone's firmware to get root access, thus bypassing Apple's restrictions and allowing for the installation of any third-party software. These early jailbreaks were complex and risky, involving command-line tools and potentially bricking your iPhone. Despite these risks, a dedicated community formed around the newfound freedom, sharing exploits and tools on forums and blogs. The early jailbreaking community was fueled by a mix of technical curiosity and a desire to enhance the iPhone's functionality beyond what Apple allowed. Endless forums became hotspots for users to exchange information, get help, and share their latest discoveries. This collaborative spirit was key to the rapid evolution of jailbreaking techniques and tools.
Prefer?
It's Cydia.
Cydia, okay, excellent. That's like the burning question that we get asked every time.
Yeah, it comes up a lot. I don't actually care how other people pronounce it though, so if you want to call it Cydia or Cydia.
As long as you use it?
As long as you use it, I guess.
One of the key figures in the jailbreaking community was Jay Freeman, better known as Saurik. In 2008, Saurik introduced Cydia, an alternative app store for jailbroken iPhones. Rapidly, Cydia became the go-to platform for discovering and installing jailbroken apps and tweaks, offering users unprecedented customization options. Cydia changed everything by offering a centralized platform for discovering and installing jailbreak apps, tweaks, and themes. It provided an easy-to-use interface and displayed available packages, user reviews, and updates. This unprecedented convenience opened up jailbreaking to a broader audience. Cydia's impact extended beyond just offering apps and tweaks. It fostered a vibrant developer community. Independent developers from around the world could now create and monetize their work. Cydia also featured a paid section where developers could sell their tweaks and apps. It's important to highlight the legal and ethical debates surrounding jailbreaking. While Apple argued that jailbreaking compromised device security and violated the iPhone's warranty, proponents saw it as a way to exercise ownership over their purchased devices. In 2010, the US Library of Congress ruled that jailbreaking was legal, giving it a stamp of legitimacy. Apple's own engineers had to work overtime to patch the vulnerabilities that allowed jailbreaking, leading to an ongoing game of cat and mouse that would share the narrative of iOS development for years to come. But who is the man behind the iconic platform? Jay Freeman, born and raised in Southern California, is a computer scientist and software engineer. From a young age, Saurik exhibited a keen interest in technology. Freeman's philosophy was deeply influenced by the principles of the open source movement. He believed in the power of software freedom and the potential for community collaboration to drive innovation. This was evident in his active participation in various open source projects long before the inception of Cydia. Cydia wasn't just a technical achievement, it was also a testament to Saurik's vision of a more democratized digital world. He built Cydia to empower users by giving them the freedom to make their iPhones truly theirs. The platform allowed users to be free from Apple's restrictive policies and explore the full potential of their devices.
My name is Jay Freeman, but everyone online knows me as Saurik, and I'm a member of a probably poorly named group called the iPhone Dev Team, a group of people who consider it their mandate to break down all of the restrictions that Apple has on their iOS devices, allowing users and developers complete freedom and control to install whatever software they want or to make any other modifications they wish to make to their devices.
When Jay Freeman first launched Cydia in 2008, it was hosted on a server in his apartment. As Cydia grew in popularity, the server couldn't handle the traffic, frequently crashing under the load. Jay had to continuously upgrade the infrastructure, often working late into night to keep Cydia operational.
Hello, I am Jay Freeman, but everyone online knows me as Saurik. A lot of people at 360 iDev tend to know me as that crazy jailbreak guy. Today I'm here to talk to you about something that I actually end up showing a lot during my talks. It's called script.
From 2008 around 2012, jailbreaking saw a golden age. The community flourished, with developers creating innovative tweaks and added features like multitasking, customized themes, and many more interesting features. Jailbreaking was not just about breaking free from restrictions, it was about pushing the boundaries of what the iPhone could do. You could literally customize everything on your iPhone. Let's take a closer look at some of the standout tweaks that defined this era. Developed by Saurik himself, Winterboard allowed users to completely overhaul the look of their device, from custom icons and wallpapers to changing system fonts and sounds. Winterboard provided the canvas for endless creativity. Users could download or create themes to give their iPhone a personal touch, making each device unique. Before Apple integrated Control Center in iOS, SB settings was the go-to tweak for quick access to essential controls. With a simple swipe gesture from the status bar, users could toggle Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, brightness, and other settings without diving into the Settings app. IntelliScreen X brought widgets to the iPhone's lock screen long before Apple introduced similar functionality. This tweak displayed emails, news, calendars, events, weather, and many more directly on the lock screen, providing quick access to important information without unlocking the device. It was a significant productivity booster and quickly became a favorite. iFile provided a full-featured file manager for iOS, allowing users to access the iPhone's file system. This opened up possibilities for advanced file management, document editing, and sharing that iOS did not natively support. However, Apple wasn't happy with the jailbreak. As the jailbreaking community grew, so did the risk associated with it, such as security vulnerabilities and the potential for privacy. Apple began a cat-and-mouse game with the jailbreaking community, releasing frequent iOS updates that patched the exploits used for jailbreaks. Each new iOS version made jailbreaking harder, requiring more sophisticated techniques to bypass Apple's security measures. Despite the escalating battle, the community continued to find ways around Apple's defenses. The release of iOS 6 brought more complex security, yet the dedicated iOS hacker team, Evaders, managed to develop the Evasion Jailbreak. This tool exploited multiple vulnerabilities to allow users to jailbreak iOS 6, showcasing the community's resilience against increasingly sophisticated protections. Apple didn't just rely on software patches, they also started building jailbreak detection mechanism into iOS. These methods aim to identify compromised devices, revoke app certificates, and prevent certain features from functioning. However, the cat-and-mouse game continued as jailbreak developers found ways to bypass these detection techniques. Despite the escalating battle, the jailbreaking community displayed remarkable resilience. Forums like Reddit, XDA developers, and specialized sites like Redmond Pi become centers for collaboration and support. Developers shared their insights, pooled resources, and interacted rapidly to keep the spirit of jailbreaking alive. By the mid-2010, jailbreaking started to decline. Apple also introduced many features that were once exclusive to jailbreaking, reducing the need for it. Additionally, improved security measures and hardware encryption made jailbreaking significantly harder and very difficult for the average user. The nail in the coffin came with iOS 9 and later versions, which were far more secure and complex. The once vibrant community began to fade. With iOS 10, Apple continued to implement advanced protections, including KPP, kernel patch protection, which made kernel exploits more challenging. Despite the increase in difficulties, developers continued to release jailbreaks. These new jailbreaks required users to re-jailbreak their devices every time after rebooting a device. While this was a temporary workaround, it indicated the growing challenges and diminishing returns associated with maintaining a jailbroken device. Apple also stepped up its legal teams, shutting down repositories and websites associated with distributing jailbreak tools and tweaks. In August 2016, Apple officially launched its Security Bounty program. By offering significant financial rewards for reporting vulnerabilities, Apple attracted many skilled hackers who opted to collaborate with the company for big money instead of working on jailbreaks for free. To date, Apple has not publicly disclosed specific financial details regarding individual payments from the Security Bounty program, including the largest payouts. However, it's known that Apple offered substantial rewards, with the highest potential bounty reaching up to $1 million for the most crucial vulnerabilities. So what happened to Saurik during all this? While he continued to maintain Cydia for several years, the shrinking community and the increasing challenges made it an uphill battle. In recent years, Saurik has stepped back from the public eye, focusing on other projects and interests. Cydia, although no longer as active as it was once, remains a testament to the vibrant community and the impact it had on iOS ecosystem. Saurik's contribution have left a lasting legacy in tech history. In 2016, the FBI sought Saurik's experience during their attempts to unlock the iPhone used by a terrorist in the San Bernardino case. Saurik's involvement in such high-profile discussions with FBI demonstrated the respect and recognition for his technical skills. Nowadays, Saurik occasionally participates in conferences, workshops, and lectures, sharing his knowledge and experience with the next generation of developers and technologists. Despite his reduced public presence, Saurik remains a respected figure in the tech community. He occasionally interacts with followers and enthusiasts via social media and forums, offering insights and occasionally sharing updates on his projects. Saurik continues to manage Saurik IT, his company responsible for developing and maintaining Cydia, alongside other tech projects. Despite its decline, jailbreaking has left an incredible mark on iOS development. Many features we take for granted today, like Control Center, custom widgets, and enhanced multitasking, were inspired by the jailbreak community's innovations. Apple eventually embraced many ideas that originated in the jailbreaking scene. In the end, the story of jailbreaking is more than just a history of hacks and exploits. It's a story of creativity, innovation, and the unstoppable battle for freedom. Nowadays, the jailbreak is dead. Despite the high hopes of the internet and smartphone era, we are now living in a digital concentration camps, and the towering walls of these ecosystems are becoming increasingly difficult to overcome. But that's a story for another time. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the history of jailbreaking and the legacy of Saurik. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech stories and insights. And let me know in the comment section your experiences with jailbreaking. Did you ever try it? What was your favorite tweak? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, peace.